As the cleanup from the San Diego County wildfires begins, county and state officials are urging homeowners to be on the lookout for scams.
San Diego 6's Derek Stahl reports investigators have already found at least one opportunist apparently breaking the law.
On the very same day these wildfires started consuming homes in Carlsbad, people on Black Rail Road say businesses started dropping off cards offering restoration services.
Nobody was allowed to be here. It was evacuated, the whole area. How did they get in here?
They're probably trying to get business, you know, but there are some vulnerable people out there that will say, oh, great.
The Kalasians were contacted by a licensed business, but state officials say after a disaster, too many of the aggressive door-to-door types don't have one.
Be aware of that. I would run their license to make sure they are licensed.
That's why investigators with the newly formed Wildfire Task Force are now fanning out, warning residents in burn areas about potential scams and checking up on contractors.
I'm completely 100% legit. I am a good, honest person that works hard for a living.
Okay, but you can't provide us with your driver's license.
This painter didn't have his driver's license, but ultimately checked out. Before you hire a contractor, state officials say make sure to get at least 3 bids and check that company's past work. You also want to have a written contract. But state officials say the most important tip, only hire a contractor that's licensed. Victor Espinoza encountered a different kind of problem. He was contacted by a public adjuster, someone who will settle the claim with your insurance company for a fee.
You learn as you go. This is my first experience in a time like this.
He says the adjuster made him an offer shortly after Wednesday's fire. By law, they have to wait a week.
When it's a disaster area, it's a felony if a public adjuster contacts someone within that 7 days. So we'll be following up with that public adjuster because what they've done appears to be inappropriate in violation of the regulations.
It's one of the many violations these investigators are trying to prevent so the victims of the wildfires don't get burned twice. Derek Stahl, San Diego 6 News.
So here are some other important tips. Never pay a contractor in cash. Never pay more than 10% of the total job cost up front. And with that, don't pay more than $1,000. It's also illegal for companies to raise the price of certain goods by more than 10% during these states of emergency. You can find out all the details and who to call if you have any concerns on our website, san diego6.com.